My name's Cristan Massey. I'm the head of service delivery at Cinch. I'm I'm a big affiliate and ambassador of the Armed Forces. I was in the regular army. Excuse me. I was in the regular army straight from school for around 7 to 8 years. And then since leaving the regular army, I've also continued my career as a military reservist. So very passionate about that and sort of the transferable skills of your time in the military into coming into the tech industry and the tech world. Yeah, so there's some quantitative stuff, but there's also some qualitative stuff. So some stats, like just the sheer number and continuation of the talent pool that organisations would be exploring. Last year, so from the whole of 2022, 16,000 people left the military. Most of them, all of them, would be of working age, would be quite driven and ambitious to be looking for new employment and have quite a lot of opportunities to go and explore what is going to be there for their new world. So just the sheer amount of people that's frequently leaving annually for you to go and engage with that have great interpersonal skill set. They are continual learners. So the Ministry of Defence has over 20,000 apprenticeships. They have a lot of different qualifications. They're constantly learning and developing themselves throughout. And sort of it only allows you to have a real strong candidate and a strong individual within your employment. I left the military in 2014. I had a bit of a misconception that I couldn't get into the tech and IT and business because I didn't continue my formal education after high school. So I sort of assumed that, I don't have a degree, I can't do any of that line of work, and it was a massive misconception. I soon realised that I had a particular skill set that was valuable to organisations, that I had built up sort of interpersonal capability that would go above and beyond sort of my peers at the same age and same sort of time in work, in professional sort of employment. So I actually used all of my resettlement time and money. Just for context, when you sign off the military and you formally hand in your notice, you're obligated to remain with them for 12 months. And depending on how much time you've served, you get a certain amount of money and a certain amount of time associated to learning and development, setting yourself up for success to go into a new line of work. All of my time and money was actually spent on fitness qualifications and courses. I knew that was something that I could succeed in, and that's something that I had experience in the military. So I had spent most of my time on that, and then it was just by word of mouth that somebody else leaving the military told me about a IT consultancy firm. I'll probably plug them here now because I owe a lot to them. FDM Group, predominantly a postgraduate consultancy firm, but they have a really successful award-winning ex-forces program where they have acknowledged the skill set that you can gain from your time in the military, and they have a program that will tailor you and improve your professional development to put you in a position where you could go into the IT tech business industry and use your skill sets gained there and adapt them to your new line of work. So they'd teach you how to communicate some of your experiences and make them relevant to the kind of things that you would be doing in the new world. They would really help you with sort of terminology and removing mannerisms that you gain in the time of the military, and then as well as all of that, they also give you some sort of academic backing. So I did programs in application support. I did a lot of work in IT service management, and then from there, they, by method of payment of their training, you stay with them for a period of time and get consulted out to some large blue chip organizations. Really beneficial to me. I ended up working on really significant large digital transformation projects, which gained me a whole heap of experience in IT service management across loads of different practices: design, transition, delivery. And I worked on some stuff like the HS2 project. I worked on universal credit and the rollout of that large sort of benefits digital system and moving into the modern world. And then I found myself gaining a new opportunity to come and work here at Cinch, where I have now led a team of 12 really well-driven individuals building out service management capabilities, and working across different business functions within this organization. I've been doing that for about 2 years now, and yeah, hold a lot of that to sort of the military values and the interpersonal skill set I gained from my time being in the military. First one, business value. So it's not a charitable thing. You're not doing it because people have done heroic things and great things in their time in the military, and you almost feel that there's a moral obligation to do your part as an organization. That just isn't a thing. Like, it's done on business value. That individual is going to bring value and capability to what it is that you're trying to do. And if you're willing to give them an opportunity, if you're willing to work with them on that learning curve that they might need to have, the skills and the capability you get from that individual will be incredible for you. The second is, we aren't hurt or heroes. What I mean by that is there's a misconception, mainly because of war films, that people leaving the military are either heroes, they've done massive heroic things, and why would they want to come to a tech industry when they've been part of Navy SEALs or whatever you see on the films. And then also that we're hurt, that we've got some sort of physical or mental issue or problem, and that it would be sort of impactful to and too much of a risk to employ that person. Going back to the stats, 9% of those leaving the military have been medically discharged. That can be a physical or mental discharge. The high proportion of them are still very capable of being worked. I know that this shouldn't really be bought, because ultimately we shouldn't be discriminating against physical or mental challenges that people are facing. However, it is a misconception in the military. It's below the current UK statistics anyway, so if anything, we're more resilient, we're more capable, and it shouldn't be something that should be perceived. The other thing is the sort of transferable, the transposable. So I'm not here and trying to give a false pretense and paint this great picture that you're going to get app developers and you're going to get somebody that has great experience in running an infosec team or doing sort of cybersecurity. Like that, there is going to be a bit of a learning curve. And you shouldn't necessarily look at the direct transferable skills as in this person does or doesn't have 4 years working in a particular business function. You should be looking at them transposable skills that are massive for any line of work and any organisation that is up and running, in terms of sort of effective communicators, being adaptable, sort of being sort of well driven, being able to work both individual and within a team. All these skill sets that you look and behaviours that you look for any person coming into your organisation, 9 times out of 10 are exemplary for those leaving the forces, and things that we've really been able to hone in on and gain value experience in. So they're some of the ones that are sort of just misconceptions, things that I really want to remove and do a bit of myth busting with. So yeah.